Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the FreshandFit Podcast. You guys have been asking for this. It's Money Monday. We got Charlie and Miguel in the house. We're going to talk about cryptocurrency. Let's get into it, baby.
We are back.
We are back, guys. Welcome to the FreshandFit Podcast. We got Charlie and Miguel from Crypto Mindset. Let's get it. You guys have been asking me for cryptocurrency content for fucking months since we did our last collab back in June. So, and I want to make this very clear for all you guys right now. Me and Fresh are not crypto experts. These two guys are, though, and we make all of our moves based on what they tell us to do.
This is why they're here in the chat right now.
Exactly. So, with that said, I'm going to read the super chat. Quick announcements, patreon.com/FreshFit, guys, where you guys can get all the behind-the-scenes content. Also, we're on Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. Every single platform you listen to podcasts, we're there. Just make sure you wear headphones. FreshFitPodcastStore.com for the gear, which we're sold out right now. Fresh has a vlog channel, Fresh Print CEO.
For behind the scenes, all our lives, check it out. It's awesome.
Yep. And then we're also live streaming to Twitch right now, guys, twitch.tv/FreshFitPodcast. And and then we got a late night show coming up tonight. So DM Trey with any topics that you guys want us to hit at Trey Talk Sports, and then follow us finally on Instagram at FreshandFit Podcast. And let me hit some of these super chats real quick.
Before we start, real quick, I got a funny story, man.
Yep.
Well, you could after the super chats, then I guess.
Okay, I'll read these real fast, and we'll get right into it, guys, because I know you guys want to get right into this, and we're going to give you guys as much value as possible on this stream. You guys want to see how we've been able to we'll show you our portfolios later, but we've been able to make a lot of money thanks to these two guys. We're going to help you guys too. So Ricky Webster, $10, support and love given, props due, 100. Thank you so much, Ricky.
And again,
Ricky Webster with another one, $5. I love my Fresh Fit chat room, props due. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ricky.
Mo Rizzle, shout out to you, my man. Shout out to Fresh Fit, Miguel and Charlie. Hex gains have been insane for me since getting in 3 months ago. Glad I listened to Miguel. Hey,
fire.
We got Freddie Frappuccino. Shout out to Fresh Fit. I appreciate all the hard work you're doing. 500K by December. Also, do you think that Dr. Bioway would be a good guest on the show? Shout out to Dr. Bioway. He's cool. He's a very wise guy, man.
Definitely.
A lot of wisdom in his live streams. And then we got $279 from Drilla Diamond Hands, and then we got $5 from Nemo Guapo. Yes, sir, Ski. Click the video soon as I got the notification. Thank you, Fresh Fit. We got y'all, and I know this was a highly sought-after video, so we got our two guys here. What do y'all think about Costs or CRO? Yeah, guys, go ahead and get your questions in now. Chris is going to start fielding them, and then we'll answer the questions at the end if we have time. Blackbeard Slim, $10, bought a whole Ethereum because of the advice from last show. Safe to say it was a good move. Yep.
Ethereum all the way
got about 1,800. Now it's over double. So Michael Me Stroke 5, number one podcast in Wealth Facts. We got y'all with everything, girls, money, and fitness. And then I think Chris, we're caught up, right?
Yo, caught up.
All right, Charlie, Miguel, please, can you guys introduce yourselves to the audience for the people that may not know you?
Yeah, definitely. My name is Charlie. I run the YouTube channel called CultivateCrypto. Also, you can check out my website, CultivateCrypto.com. Basically been streaming about cryptocurrency since early 2019 when Bitcoin was about $3,600. I believe today it's about $52,500. So things have been going pretty well, I might say. But we've been helping people basically build up their cryptocurrency knowledge from scratch. So today, last time we were on the show, we were talking about the crypto mindset course. And so we're here to talk about that again today, because a lot of the people who joined the course from the FreshandFit podcast from last time made a lot of good money over the last quarter. So we want to do that again going to the end of the year because we see Bitcoin and Ethereum and the rest of the cryptocurrency market doing fantastic between now and the end of the year.
And Charlie, you know what? We got to brag a little bit here. We had over 200 signups, and everyone that actually did the work 2x their money?
Yeah, at least I would say is pretty easy to do that. Basically, when in doubt, buy Ethereum is our main slogan. And a lot of the guys took our other advice as well to buy things like Solana and Hex, and probably got on average about a 3 to 4x on those coins as well. So a lot of people averaging, probably about a 3x who did the work. And I think, A lot of the Fresh and Fit crew are a lot of hardworking dudes. We had guys who, were like in the middle of their job, at mines and doing other things in other areas of the world, all over from every country. And it was cool to see them putting in the work and actually getting paid for that.
Fresh and Fit fam is international, baby.
And funny story, man. So thanks to Charlie and Miguel's advice, right? We were in the club celebrating, I forgot what it was, either like a 400K, 500K, whatever. And what happened was one of the guys was helping us with drinks. He was like, bro, I watched your show. I watched the crypto show. Could you give me some more tips? And we told him, hey, buy Bitcoin on Ethereum and hold on to it like what we're doing.
Yep. He
had 10K in his account. It was just 60K. Crazy, bro. Crazy. I saw him last night.
Yeah,
crazy,
bro.
man.
It's
the advice is real.
Yeah, man. I mean, guys, you can't beat it, man. So everyone that did the work, 2x their money, bare minimum. So there you guys go. And we haven't even scratched the surface. So Miguel, can you introduce the people to you as well, please?
Yeah. Hey, my name is Miguel. I run a channel called Dollar Cost Crypto. I started the crypto mindset course along with Charlie, and dudes, like, I'm just so excited to get the course started and everything. I mean, I just want to talk. I talk crypto all day, basically. I live and eat this thing all day, man. So any question you guys got, man, let's get to it, man. Definitely.
Fire. All right. Cool.
Okay. $10 from Jeremy Fielder. What do you think about dollar link Chainlink being the #1 blockchain, Oracle and Mana Decentraland as top metaverse play? We will definitely answer those questions, guys. Don't worry. Chris, can we save that one as well?
Yeah, that's fine.
But I like the fact that he mentioned Link. So,
correction, Charlie and Miguel.
Yeah, Charlie and Miguel. Yeah, Charlie and Miguel. We ain't gonna. And then Hexalinianaire, Hex equal gains. Thank you so much for the big
Facts, man. Yo, Hex is going up, man.
And then Easy E, Solid Boys, we outside. Okay, thank you. So I guess Charlie, Miguel, for the guys out there that might not know what cryptocurrency is, they have no idea. They think it's just some like weird thing on the internet that may or may not actually hold money. Can you give the people, I guess, a quick crash course on what cryptocurrency is?
Yeah, definitely. I would say the simplest way to talk about cryptocurrency is it's money that you can control and that is digital and can be borderless and censorship resistant for moving your money anywhere in the world, basically. So if you like to control your own money and also have that money appreciate over time against the dollar, then cryptocurrency is basically for you. And because the dollar is being printed at such a higher rate right now, right? Inflation is actually eating into a lot of people's savings. So the simplest way to kind of look at cryptocurrency as a strategy is as a long-term savings account. What we recommend to people is this is not like get rich quick or anything like that, because some people do make gains, quickly, or, enjoy, every single quarter that we do the crypto mindset course, enjoy, the gains during this bull run. But at the same time, what we tell people is only put money in that you're willing to lose, and put money in that you're willing to hold in a savings account for 3 to, basically 5 years, because people get rich or make some money in their first bull market. They by the time they get into the next bull market, which generally is about 4 years each, then they can get maybe some money, maybe get rich as well in the second bull market. Then by the third bull market, if they stay consistent, they can get wealthy. But it does take a lot of consistency and persistence to actually do the work and take in that information to be able to accomplish that. So it's not for everybody, but it's for people who do like self-sovereignty.
Perfect. What about you, Miguel?
For the question or the
like what is cryptocurrency? How do you view it? Obviously, it's done very well for you in particular.
Right.
Yeah, we know behind the scenes, Miguel.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. But no, with crypto is just kind of what Charlie said. It's basically it's like the red pill of finance. That's what it is. The minute you have cryptocurrencies, you're free, basically. If you have a little bit of Ethereum, a little bit of Bitcoin in your wallet, you can move your money to anything in the world. There's like borders don't matter anymore. Everything's to your fingertips. You can, you can turn Ethereum into gold. I can turn Ethereum into dollars. I can turn Ethereum, Bitcoin, Hex, Solana. I can turn any of these coins into any currency anywhere in the world and earn tons of returns. I can turn my Ethereum into dollars and earn 20% interest on it per year. Pretty easily, actually. It's the old slogan of magical internet money is real, basically. But it's all what's going on right now is the old boomer finance world that's collapsing right now. slowly collapsing, and all that wealth and money is starting to transfer over into the digital world as we speak. So as the Xers and the millennials start taking over the basically the financial world, we're all into cryptocurrencies. Even the guys who are into equities and Robinhood and stuff, it's all on an app. So all that stuff is digitized. So over time, all the money in the world is going to go into cryptocurrencies, into Bitcoin and everything else like that. So it's basically inevitable.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I mean,
no, we see it, man.
Yeah, we see it ourselves. And I'll, just to give you guys a quick little backstory, let's go down memory lane real quick. Me and Charlie met about almost 2 years ago, and
yeah, I think it was the end of 2019. Yeah.
Yeah. We met through John from Modern Life Trading, and what happened basically was I was like, hey, I need to get it. John was like, hey, you need to get into cryptocurrency. I remember having my first consultation with Charlie, and he told me, hey, man, just buy some Bitcoin, get yourself in, and get your feet wet, and let's make it happen. So I bought my first half a coin, then I built from there, and I just kept buying, and then I started buying Ethereum, and every step of the way, anytime I make a big purchase on crypto, I pretty much call Charlie. I say, hey, I want to do this. What do you think? He's like, yeah, do it, whatever. And he's never led me astray. So I'm going to show you guys my portfolio later, and Charlie's 100% responsible for the gains. And also Fresh as well got into cryptocurrency.
So funny story, man. We were in LA, right? And we had just got a big month for us. And then he was like, yo, bro, you need to do it now. Because I was like, you know what? I've heard the advice from Charlie and Miguel. I was like, you know what? I kind of want to do it, but I'm not sure. I was on the edge. I said, you know what? I got money now I could throw away for the most part. I'll do it. And he said, yo, buy some Ethereum and Bitcoin and hold on to it, like what Charlie and them were saying, with money that I don't actually need. I did that. And guys, right now, guys, I triple my money.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, real talk, their advice is on point.
And so let's, so for the people that don't know, what are the top, let's say the top 3 cryptocurrencies, and then we'll work our way into altcoins. Yep. Just an overview for the people.
Yeah, everybody kind of basically the top 2 cryptocurrencies, hands down, in terms of market cap, and then network effect in terms of being used by the majority of the people in the cryptocurrency space, are Bitcoin and Ethereum. So when in doubt, right, you can buy Bitcoin and Ethereum and you'll be just fine. If you hold Bitcoin and Ethereum between now and the end of the decade, you're going to do well. And what's the third best cryptocurrency? I mean, the top I would say 10 cryptocurrencies always keep fluctuating, and there's a lot of different ones. So it really just depends on what your flavor of choice is. And for me, particularly, I would say my number 3 favorite is the Polkadot / Kusama, which they're basically 2 coins which are part of the same ecosystem, and they've been doing really well for me over the last, I would say, about year and a half for Kusama, and about a year or so for Polkadot. And but yeah, I think Dollar Cost might have a different one for his number 3.
The acronyms on those 2, Polkadot and I'm taking notes myself, guys. By the way, FYI, it's what is it? P what?
Kusama or Polkadot is DOT, and then Kusama is KSM.
Okay. All right. What about you, Miguel?
Yeah, for my number 3, it'd have to be Hex. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the Hex cryptocurrency. But of course, like always, you want to have some Bitcoin and Ethereum in your portfolio. It's just always a prudent thing to do. And I'd have to agree with like Charlie as well. Like Dot and Kus, it's really hard. You're limiting me only to like 3, which is like hurting my soul.
Give us your top 5, Miguel. Give us your top 5.
Okay, outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum, it'd be Solana, Hex, and Polkadot Kusama, just like Charlie said. Yeah, because Polkadot and Kusama are basically the same thing, basically. Yeah.
Okay, so HEX, SOL, and DOT for you. Yep. And then for you, Charlie, we got BTC, Ethereum, Polkadot, which is DOT, KSM. And then what's your 5th, Charlie?
Yeah, I'm also loving Solana and Hex. Basically, with Solana, there's a few other coins related to that ecosystem called Radium and Serum, which are nice. Radium is RAY and Serum is SRM. I think those are underrated coins currently at the moment, actually. And so you have basically what we call these ecosystem plays, right? We talked about this in the Q3 course, which is Bitcoin is the reserve currency of the internet, basically, and also of the cryptocurrency space. So if you're looking for like kind of slow but steady gains, right? But it's going to be here in 10 years, then that's Bitcoin. If you're looking for what most of the cryptocurrency industry is based upon, it's Ethereum, right, with smart contracts. And then if you're, and so those 2, since they have the most network effect, are going to be the most stable long term.
Question, Charlie, and then real fast.
Yeah.
Well, finish your point, and then I'll ask you the question. Go ahead. Sorry.
Sure. And then Solana, right? The point of Solana is basically you can have a lot of very quick transactions, low fees. But then you also have an ecosystem there, which is kind of getting played towards Wall Street and investors who are more like into trading and larger investments. And then you have Polkadot Kusama, which is actually trying to have all of these different blockchains communicate with each other. Because right now, each blockchain or cryptocurrency is kind of like a siloed database. Right, you can't really communicate between Ethereum and Bitcoin or other tokens as well. And then Hex has Hex, and then also coming out, which we talked about in the last course a lot, is a Pulse chain, which is an ecosystem that's new to the Hex community, and they're also trying to basically reduce fees for people right now on that are working on the Ethereum blockchain, because right now I think if you go onto an exchange like Uniswap, which is a decentralized exchange, a lot of the fees for Ethereum can kind of get a little bit ridiculous, especially during the daytime in the United States. Some people have fees anywhere between like $30 to $300 for, some transactions when it's high gas fees, which was really bad for a lot of people. So Solana, Pulse chain, Binance chain, these types of new cryptocurrencies are basically going to try to solve that problem as well.
So I got a question here, and shout out to Real for joining the Fresh and Fit fam, bro. Welcome, brother. You made a good decision there. And guys, don't worry, we're going to get to your questions. I see you guys asking a lot of good fucking questions here. Yeah. So towards the end, we'll make sure we have them. Chris is actually making a note of all of them, so we got you. So Charlie, you mentioned something before as far as like Ethereum and Bitcoin being the more stable coins in the situation. So I got a two-part question here. So the first one is, would we say, for the people out there that aren't that familiar with cryptocurrency, can we say that whether it's BTC or Ethereum, that would be considered like maybe the US dollar, like the world's currency?
That would be world? That would be Bitcoin, and then Ethereum's coming up after that. Yeah.
Okay, so that would be fair to say like BTC is essentially like the US dollar when it comes to world currency. And then my second one is, you mentioned different types of exchanges. Can you explain what an exchange is to the people and how that works and operates?
Sure. There's I'll also mention the two types. Basically, an exchange is a place where you can turn your dollars into cryptocurrency or your whatever currency that you're working with wherever you are in the world. And then it also is a place where you can exchange one cryptocurrency for another. Let's say you have some Bitcoin and Ethereum, but and you're maybe newer to crypto, so you decide to get into the safer assets, and then you're like, hey, I want to start, adventuring out and try to make more gains with other coins that are up and coming. Then you can use your Bitcoin and Ethereum on these different exchanges to actually buy other tokens as well. And so most of these exchanges are very centralized, kind of similar to what we're used to in the stock market, where it's just a company that gives you that exchange, and you can connect those exchanges to your bank relatively easily, but you have to give them a lot of your personal information. Yes. Then we have these things called decentralized exchanges, which we have like Uniswap and Radium Dex and a few others, or quite a few others, SushiSwap as well. And these decentralized exchanges, they're not actually run by, they have organizations behind them helping to make them run, but they're actually peer-to-peer exchanges where instead of going through a central authority with your personal information, you actually stay relatively anonymous. And then also at the same time, which is perfectly above board, because you're not going through like a centralized broker. What you're doing is actually basically the computers connecting you with somebody on the other side of the world who you do not know, and swapping your tokens based on the liquidity that is in that exchange.
So for the people out there that might not know, so for example, like Coinbase would be a centralized exchange versus a Uniswap would be a decentralized one. So one affords you more privacy, but it's I guess maybe a little bit riskier, versus the other one affords you virtually no privacy, like a Coinbase, but you're a little bit more secure in your transactions, and you can pretty much. Is that fair to say, or am I wrong?
I would say yes and no. Like the yes in terms of, I would say, you could get things done a little bit quicker once you have onboarded onto a centralized exchange. Okay. But a decentralized exchange is not really risky in this case. You just have to know what you're doing. So what I would say about a decentralized exchange is that you basically are taking custody of your own tokens. And you can do this on Coinbase as well, right? So you buy your Bitcoin or Ethereum from Coinbase, and let's say you want to custody it, kind of like if you bought gold from, some broker, you actually take the physical gold in, you put it in a safe in your house, right? Same with Coinbase, you could take that Bitcoin off of Coinbase and put it in a hardware cold storage wallet. And same with from Uniswap, right? You can buy your coins from or swap your coins on Uniswap, do a decentralized exchange, and then you can self-custody those coins. But on Uniswap, if you're using most of these wallets related to it, you custody those coins almost immediately. Basically, if you're already in crypto, decentralized exchanges are very efficient. But if you're not yet in crypto, then to onboard properly, it's best to go through a centralized exchange in that case.
Like a Coinbase, whatever. So for beginners, get in on Coinbase, get your feet wet, and then as you get more advanced, go ahead and join with the Uniswap, decentralize, and you get it's a little bit more. How do I say this? You can take control of your cryptocurrency much better from a decentralized thing. Is it harder to pull it off of a Coinbase versus a Uniswap to put in a cold storage wallet?
Nope, not really. Basically the same process.
It's just Coinbase sometimes holds your coins for like 3 days or 4 days. Yeah, that sort of thing. We're on Uniswap. It's right in your wallet instantly, basically.
And can you tell, since we just touched on this subject, can you tell the people what a cold storage wallet is and what the process is as far as like taking it off the internet and safeguarding it? Can you kind of explain it to those that might not know?
Yeah, sure. So there's 2 types of wallets. The ones we recommend. There's a Trezor Model T, and then there's the Nano S. Personally, I recommend more the Trezor Model T. But basically, what it is, it looks like a USB drive. Basically, it's like a little black USB drive. You plug it into your computer. You type in your special passphrases into it, and then you're able to then access the wallet by putting in a PIN code on the USB. And what that happens is it opens a wallet in your computer. You're able to then transfer your coins onto your wallet on your computer. Then take that off the internet. So then your coins are kind of digital. The keys to the coins still exist on the internet, but the keys to access them exist physically in your hand as well as in your brain for the passwords. But because those keys are off the internet, you're less likely for them to get stolen, basically. So they're much more safer. So eventually it's like having like an air-gapped computer where you have your main computer and then you have all the wires completely off of it, basically. So it's not connected to the internet or power or anything.
Okay.
So if you forget your password or you lose that key, you're screwed.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
In that case, you're very
stupid. Don't do it.
Yeah.
So in crypto, you are your own bank, right? Which is a very powerful thing when it comes to finance, because I think a lot of people are used to giving up their self-sovereignty, giving up their freedom, giving up their ability to control their own money. And they're okay with that because it's easy. Yeah. Right. But in the cryptocurrency space, we do strongly believe that you don't have to have all your crypto in your own custody. There are places like Celsius Network where they can hold your coins for you and you can earn a lot of interest in them. But there's like it's like kind of like when you hold gold or some assets at your house, you just have some things that you want to be able to access, for your personal, whatever situation you might be in. And then you have some stuff that you hold maybe at another place to earn interest on it. But these days, the banks don't give you any interest, right? We talked about that a little bit in the last show. They give you like, 0.5% interest, in something and tell you, be happy with that. Whereas in crypto, like Miguel was saying before, you can get anywhere between easily, 10 to 20% interest on a regular basis on your coins. So the simplest thing as well, just to kind of add a little point here, is if you just have, let's say, dollars, right? Maybe you have some parents or some family members who are holding like, $10, $20, $30,000, $1,000, $100,000, whatever it is, right? They're just holding that in dollars. They're holding it in a bank. They're gaining no interest on it. And every year it's getting inflated away by the money printing that's going on by the Federal Reserve. And then in that case, you're basically losing money over time, right? Kind of a lot. And so instead, with cryptocurrency, you can take your dollars and you can go onto a centralized exchange, turn it into a stable coin, which is a coin that's just pegged to the dollar. The best regulated one is US dollar coin, USDC from Coinbase. And if you hold that on somewhere like Celsius, which is a very easy to use thing for most beginners, then basically it's better than any bank you're ever going to have. You'll have a consistent 5 to 10% interest rate. And so every year you'll stave off inflation, but then you'll also compound your money, right? If you have $10,000 and you hold it in Celsius, you'll have an extra, $500 to $1,000 at the end of the year. If you have 100,000, an extra 5 to 10,000, and so on and so forth. And you can take loans from there. So it's kind of like the way the banks used to be back in like the 70s and 80s, but no longer can we, really compound our savings like that in the traditional finance system for most people.
And I want to say this real quick because what you said a lot right there that's very important that I need to double down on. Guys, around 50% of the U.S. money that's in circulation right now in the United States was printed in the last year because of the beer bug, because of COVID. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, the money that we have, the cash that we have, you know, people talk smack about Grant Cardone, but I agree with them 100% on this. Cash is trash. So you need to dump it into something, whether it's cryptocurrency, real estate, something, you know, or a diversified portfolio of different types of investments. Like, you are better off. And I just learned something right now. I literally wrote that down, Celsius. So basically, it acts as a savings account for you that you can actually make. Because let's say inflation eats about 2% of your dollar, you're still making 3% because it appreciates by 5%. Sorry, so you get 3%. Guys, let me break that down for you. No bank that I know of right now, savings account, even the high yield savings accounts, the Capital Ones, 360 money markets, the Alley banks, all that other shit that used to brag about getting you 2%. None of these banks are getting you even 1% right now because of, you know, what's going on. The interest is low. So at this point, you're better off if you have money in the bank. You are stupid, and you need to put that money in cryptocurrency or something else that's going to actually appreciate, because your money's going to get eaten away by inflation. And I would argue, since we've printed almost 50% of the money in circulation right now in the past year alone, the money is only going to plummet in value, guys. So what Charlie's saying, like, seriously, listen to that. I'm write this down. So Celsius is basically a savings account for cryptocurrency.
Yeah, a centralized savings account that's easy to use for people who are relatively new to crypto. There's people in cryptocurrency who don't necessarily like it because you're not holding your private keys. You're not holding the actual cryptocurrency yourself. So it's more like a Coinbase and a centralized exchange. But for to onboard a lot of new people, and especially, you know, maybe like your parents or your grandparents, it's a very, very easy to use exchange, and you can move your money rather well, and you get paid out every single Monday on that. And so when you get paid out, if you do keep that in, you know, you get paid out that interest every Monday. If you do keep that in the exchange, that compounds over time as well. So actually, you'll get a better rate based on your coins.
That's fantastic. Charlie, I'm gonna talk to you about that after, bro, because having money in the bank now at this point literally is
stupid. Literally, like, you lose money having money in the bank.
You do.
Inflation will eat it up, and then guess what? You can put in an asset, making money at interest for your own products. So it's like, real talk, man. Putting money in the bank is a waste of time.
Think about have Miguel talk about loans on Celsius. What the next level that you can do with this?
Let me just say one thing real quick, because I saw some dangerous comments in there. So when I was talking about the cold storage devices, please, for the love of God, do not buy them on Amazon.
Always. Can you tell them? Hold on, Miguel. One more time. Hold on.
Scammers alert.
This is very important, guys. Listen up to what Miguel's about to tell you. Go ahead, Miguel.
Yes.
Please, for the love of God, do not buy a Nano, Ledger S, or a Trezor from Amazon or any third-party seller. Always buy direct from the manufacturer. Never buy them at a conference. Never buy. Just don't buy them anywhere other than the website, the direct website, basically. Because what will happen is you'll be sold something like something like this, right? Let's just say this is a Nano S. You'll be sold. Somebody will open it. They'll write down the passwords, give it back to you, reseal it, sell it to you, let you put money in there for 6 months, and then you wake up one day and all your money's gone.
Oh my God!
Damn.
There are horror stories about this sort of stuff. So you always have to buy direct from the manufacturer. Never buy it off because you'll see people selling them like 50% off on Amazon, and then of course like people trying to get a deal, right? But never skimp on protecting your money ever.
Yes.
You work really hard for it, and it would really suck to get it stolen.
That sucks. Because I heard about those wallets on Amazon, the hard storage wallets.
Yeah.
So that's crazy, man.
Yeah, guys. So that was very important. I had to, because we talked about that in detail last time. So guys, listen to what Miguel is saying. Protect your money. You know what I'm saying? If you make all these crazy returns and you're not able to actually keep it, that's gonna suck. Yep. So and then Miguel, you want to talk about the savings, right? As far as like interest.
Right. Yeah. So like one cool way to do it, right? The easiest way is like if let's just say you got like $10,000 in the bank, right? You could freely put $10,000 converted into USDC on Coinbase. You take a day, no fees at all, and then you send it straight off to Celsius. You're earning 8.88% on your money right away on dollars. Just like that, simple as that. You'll get money every Monday just in your bank account. You get an email, hey, you made $50, you need $150. Boom.
What?
Done.
Jeez.
8%?
Yo, that's 8%. Fire, bro.
So you can take 100 grand, take 100 grand, throw it in Celsius, and you're telling me you're getting 8% returns on that?
Yes, 100%.
Let's do it tomorrow.
Yeah, do it now.
Yo,
Yeah.
wait, what? There's got to be. Is there any catch to this, or like what is there?
No. So okay, so this is how they're able to do this. It's because they're earning 12% on your money. They keep it's an 80-20 rule. So they go into the market with your money, they go make a return, and they give you 80% of the profits back. So they're earning about 12% in the market because they're moving a bunch of money around, basically making interest off of your money, and then they return the majority of it back to you on a weekly basis. So that's what's going on.
So essentially, this is a high yield savings account in cryptocurrency. What like Ali Bank and all these guys used to be like 10 years ago.
Yes,
essentially.
Correct.
Okay,
Yo, those are real estate gains, man.
Wow, dude. Yeah, that is real. Like that's you put. So you could basically take 100,000 liquid cash, throw it into Celsius, make an 8% return on it. You guys said weekly?
Yes.
So 8% is over the year divided by 52 weeks.
By 52, yeah. So you'd get that. So if on $100,000, you'd make $8,888 in a year in interest.
Wow.
And you get paid a fraction of that every single week on Mondays.
Every single week, yeah,
and then that compounds on itself over time as well.
I could do the math here. That's pretty good for money just sitting there that you're not doing nothing with anyway, versus like putting it in Bank of America account and it's actually eating away at it because Bank of America gives you like 0.0001% interest.
8% is a lot, man.
That's crazy.
That's better than most portfolios.
Y'all got me rethinking things.
Yeah.
So that's just the beginning of it. So there's other stuff on Celsius you're able to do, right? Let's just say you have $100,000 of Bitcoin in your portfolio, right? And you can borrow on it. So you could take something called a 25% LTV loan, which is loan to value loan. So what'll happen is you put $100,000 on Celsius, right? And what'll happen is they'll give you a loan either in Bitcoin or in dollars in your bank account or in USDC stablecoin, and they'll give you $25,000 on that money, and then you're able to invest that money. That $25,000 is tax-free. So this is a really cool way. This is what a lot of people are doing in crypto, so they don't pay taxes and are able to spend money without paying taxes, basically.
So, wait. So I make sure I have this right for the people. So you're basically saying you take 100,000 of your own money, put it in a loan of value, and then you get that money back in cryptocurrency. Then you get a 25,000 bonus on top of your 100,000 that you put in.
Yeah, so it's locked up in a loan. So you're basically borrowing on a quarter of the money.
Okay.
Because it's a loan. Loaned income is not taxable.
Oh.
This is what the rich people do.
And the rich people around the world get off of paying no taxes. Basically, they're just borrowing on their equity. So that you're borrowing on your cryptocurrency. So here's another cool thing, right? So let's just say the price of because where me and Charlie think Bitcoin's going is over $250,000 a cycle. So right now Bitcoin's $50,000, right? Let's just say if you did a 25% LTV loan, you put your $100,000 in Bitcoin, 2 Bitcoin, right? You put 2 Bitcoin on Celsius, you do a 25% LTV on it. If you waited until let's just say next year and then paid the loan back, what would happen is it would turn from a 25% LTV to a 5% because all you borrowed was $25,000. So if the underlying assets that you borrowed on multiply 5 times in price, you still only have to pay $25,000. So what'll happen is you could keep the $25,000 you have in cash and just say, hey, Celsius, close out my loan. They'll give you 95% of your Bitcoin back,
which is appreciated significantly.
Damn. Right. So let's just go back to the original part. So let's just say I take the 25% LTV and I say, hey, Celsius, take it away from me right now. They would return 75% of my Bitcoin back. But because Bitcoin's appreciated multiple times over, what'll happen is you only have to return as the price goes up, the LTV goes down as the percentage of your coin. So what'll happen is you get a 5x on Bitcoin, you only have to pay 5% back. So so you could decide, take the 5% of the BTC, I'll keep 95% back, and you keep the $25,000 because you close out the account.
So Miguel, if I don't close it out, right? Does it pay interest on that money if I borrow it?
Yes, but the interest is pretty low. Yeah, it's usually 3 to 4%. If you're in California right now, you pay. You can. I took a loan recently. I took a couple $100,000 loan on some of my crypto, and I got 0% interest for 3 years.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yo, that's a finesse, dog.
Yo, get these guys off the fucking stream. End the show.
Yo, this is some gems, y'all, for real, man.
All right, let's start hitting some of these
Super
questions.
chats,
Super chats, because they're flying in. So I'll read the big ones, then we'll start answering some of these questions.
First clown
with the big
150, man.
Super chat. Love the Money Mondays. Glad to see you guys continue the hard work. Next kick cam on me.
Thank you, Briss.
Yeah, man. And I just made an addition actually with the kick out cam that we'll show you guys soon. Don't worry. And then we got let's see here. We got
Wayne, $100.
Here's
Some
some
crypto
crypto.
profit and appreciation for crypto knowledge. So you're saying some profit for the appreciation. Thank you, brother. Thank you. So Wayne.
And then
I put the questions in the Telegram chat if you want to read it.
cool. Oh, they're in the Telegram chat.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So you want to read
and then pull up these
direct
ones that are here
ones.
right now, Chris,
Yep.
just so that we can
Right.
just because they're here. All right, guys. So I'm gonna pull up some of these questions because they were very good questions.
Let me get to
Miguel, you had something? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, just one little thing, just because like I always like making sure that people understand the risks of everything, right?
Yep.
So people tend to always want to borrow on their crypto when the prices are really high. You have to be counterintuitive with it. You want to borrow on your crypto when the prices go down. Let's just say there's a small dip, because what'll happen is when you take a loan on your crypto, effectively you're taking a long on Bitcoin. You're taking a 1.25x long on your BTC effectively. So let's just say on that example, $100,000, I borrowed 25 grand. If Bitcoin were to crash 80%, right? Let's just say it went from 50,000 down to, I don't know, 10 grand or so, right? You would lose, you would keep the 25,000, but you would lose the rest of your BTC. It would get closed out in the loan. So basically, like there's certain times that we teach you guys when we teach people in the course that's more beneficial to take loans. Sometimes people have to take loans because of medical. I mean, we've helped quite a lot of people having, like, especially through our consultations, where hey Miguel, I don't know what to do. I don't want to sell half my portfolio right now. So you've helped them move things around in order to take a loan instead of selling their crypto to pay medical expenses, because stuff happens in real life, you know?
Yeah,
right. So at least at the very least, they still kept their portfolio there. And then now, because of where we are in the cycle, there's actually a chance for them to actually recover most of it back from returns that are happening. I mean, like look at Solana and Hex and stuff like that. If you were able to borrow on something like a Solana, you would that 25% LTV would be about like 8% LTV right now from when we last talked. From the last time we talked on the Fresh and Fit podcast.
That's a bit. So it's actually smarter for guys to borrow in their crypto when it's less versus going and trying to borrow on it when it's high.
When it's high.
Yep.
That's guys, that right there is a game changer tip right there, because most people are going to tell you, no, borrow when it's high. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But okay, so I got some questions here, guys. Just so you know, by the way, the course is out. Click the goddamn link below.
Yep.
Get in. These guys are going to have what? How do you guys run the Zoom calls and everything before I get into these questions?
Yeah, so the course will be from September 12th to the 26th, I believe, of September. And we'll run the Zoom webinars at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For 10 of those 14 days, we have about 3 or 4 days where we have a break where people can kind of rest up or catch up on the recordings. We do record each webinar. Each webinar structure is basically we do about an hour or two of a focused subject, and every webinar is different. So we have 20 webinars with 20 different subjects. And then we do about like a 1 hour of Q&A on that focus subject afterwards. Then we stop the recording, and we also do some unrecorded portion because there's a lot of things that maybe people have questions about that aren't related to the subject, or also that maybe we can't discuss on YouTube, right? Because of censorship reasons. So we do that over the course of every course. We do it for the first 2 webinars. Out of the 20 webinars are focused on what we see coming up in the next quarter. So from basically now until the end of the year, and maybe even going into next year, what are the plays that we are looking at? What's the best way? How do we see the market going? Where could that go wrong? Where could that go really well? And just give people, a reasonable expectation of what to expect. Then we go about webinar 5 through 8, 3 through 8. We go through the beginners basic stuff. So anybody who's like, man, I've never done crypto before, we basically get you started with the basic information. We help you guys in the Telegram chat even before the course starts to get things in the right order. But then during that first few webinars as well, we get the beginners in there. So everybody basically is understanding the same lingo on the same page, and nobody gets lost. And then the next 12 webinars are basically focused on intermediate to advanced type information. And so then we just start basically turning on the fire hose of information. It's kind of like a boot camp in a way for the people who can make it live, which is we just blast you with a lot of really good information, because usually for most people it takes about 3, 4, 5 years to gather the amount of information that we give in the course. But And then they make a lot of mistakes on the way. But then we give them this information over the course of just 2 weeks, and then they can review it on the recordings over the next quarter or the next 6 months or the next 1 year, whatever works for them. And this allows you to set up for a long-term success in the crypto market, because it is a new market. It's scary for some people. It's not something that a lot of people understand in depth. So this information that we're giving here is just like the tip of the iceberg, barely anything compared to what we talk about in the course. So tons and tons of good information in there where you can then become independent. A lot of these crypto influencers or people on the internet that are trying to teach you this stuff, first of all, they don't teach you it live, right? They don't take your questions. They just give you some sort of recording and say good luck. And then two, they're not really invested in your success. So they don't always give you the best information. And so we try to do that all for you and then give you the tools to succeed when you're on your own, so that you can basically become independent of us, because a lot of other crypto people on YouTube or in different areas want you to be reliant upon them. So our goal is to get you independent within your first 6 months to a year in crypto.
Guys, this is so much value, man.
Like,
holy
yo,
crap.
Number one, like the goddamn video. Number two, guys, keep in mind that they're doing 2 Zoom calls per day for 2 weeks. And the thing is, guys, it's real-time information. You're going in that Zoom call and you're asking these guys real-time questions that they can help you make moves. As you guys know, the market changes day to day. So they can help you guys with making a decision that might make and or save you thousands upon thousands of dollars, because you have 2 mentors, 2 coaches right there and then. I told you guys before, I don't make a big purchase until I call Charlie first or I telegram him or something. And this is the guy that's pretty much helped me make quite a bit of money on cryptocurrency. And I'm stupid when it comes to crypto. I don't know much, but I just asked Charlie, and Miguel, and these guys know exactly what they're talking about. So get in the goddamn course. It's 2 weeks. It's Zoom calls. It's recorded, and no one else does this where they're with you, holding your hand throughout the entire process of what coins to get, what coins are worth your time, which ones aren't, risk, etc., all this other stuff.
Yo, real talk. People sell you a course, give you the info, and say, peace.
Yep.
I'm out. You figure this stuff out.
So Myron,
But
then
Charlie
you show
and
them your
Miguel,
portfolio?
we will, Chris.
Okay.
But Charlie and Miguel, man, they get Zoom calls back to back, ask questions. That's fire. But real talk, guys, this is some gems they're dropping here for the show for free. However, this is not financial advice, so just keep that in mind. Yeah,
Yes.
This is just scratching the surface, guys. There's a lot that they're going to talk to you guys about where they can't necessarily talk about it on YouTube. But let's get into these questions real quick. So we got Jeremy Fielder, $10. What do you think about Link, aka Chainlink, being the #1 blockchain oracle, and Mana as a top metaverse play?
Yeah, I'll take Link and maybe you take Mana.
Yeah, I'll take Mana.
Yeah, I know Mana's your thing. The Chainlink is a good oracle service here in the crypto space. There's not really too many of them. There's another cryptocurrency called Band, BAND, but Coca-Cola of the oracle protocols is Chainlink, and so shout out to the Chainlink Marines out there. The one thing that's in cryptocurrency right now is there's not a lot of oracle services, so I do think there needs to be more. But for right now, that's the main one.
Okay.
Right. Cool. And Mana is basically, it's a great coin. It's one of the top projects in the metaverse, which is it's a video game where you have NFTs in, where you own your clothes. Like there's t-shirts that were selling last year for about, I would say, 4 to 5 cents that are now $300 each.
Wow.
Yeah, stuff like that. So it's the new type of video game where you can play to earn, literally play to earn. Like I know kids that are like, I know 2-3 guys that are like 16, 17 years old they've just cracked their first $1 million from playing games.
Wow.
And they're not being streamers or anything. They're literally just playing crypto games, getting rich.
Okay, I need to play Twitch.
my mom used to say, Walter, stop playing video games. Don't make it rich.
No.
Yeah, we need to start now.
Yeah, now you know that was cap. Okay, next question here. We got Osama been smashing. Love the show. I have ETH, BCH, Shiba, Nano, and ADA. Is this a good portfolio, and what should my allocation be?
Can you repeat them one more time?
He goes, he loves the show. He has Ethereum, BCH, Shiba, Nano, and ADA. Is this a good portfolio, and what should my allocation be?
Need to change up that BCH and Nano for sure. The Shiba, I mean, maybe he's just having a fun time over there. I don't recommend that coin necessarily either, right? So those 3 coins, probably we need to help him change that up through the crypto mindset course, to be honest. But yeah.
Okay. We got a lot of these, so we'll run through these questions for you guys. So
you want to do these first or no?
Well, these are the ones that came in first.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
if I'm gonna read them,
Okay, so we got Church of Patrol here. How many coins would make a low 5-figure portfolio over diversified? I want to capture some small cap gains, but my top 5 is 65% or so.
Pretty much no more than, I mean, we for a portfolio of like that's 5 figures or so, 5 would be best, but you basically could push it to 7, but absolutely no more than 7, because you're just too, I mean, you'll end up having like a couple $100 in each coin. And then even if a coin does a 20x, you'd be up like to $2,000
Yeah.
on a fight. You know what I mean? So where if you're more concentrated, if let's just say, not that you will have 20% in every coin, but let's just say you had 5 coins, 20%, and it does a 20x, you'll be up, 5 times on your original what's called a portion of the coin that you put in there, and then your whole portfolio actually goes up multiples instead of just going up like 50% for the year.
Yeah, and I remember you talking about that before, Miguel, where you're better off just like really putting your money into like a few coins and having a really strong smaller portfolio versus like over leveraging into a million coins and not really making too much money.
Right.
So cool. AC, $10. When do you guys think this bull market is going to end?
I love that question. For me, I kind of have a wide range of May to November of next year, but I wouldn't be surprised if sometime around this time, maybe July to September next year would be a sweet spot. Around for me, it's 240. Miguel's thinking what 250, and what timeline are you thinking?
Yeah, 250-ish. Yeah.
And timeline wise?
Timeline wise, it'd be like I think Q3 of next year, basically.
Yep.
Okay. Next question. I want to invest in mining rigs due to the gap left from the Chinese miners. Unfortunately, they won't go online until April or May of 2022. Should I?
So it really depends on how this guy's already set up. Like if he's getting free electricity and the hardware is like relatively cheap, sure. But for most people, definitely not. Like
it's a job. It's not like it's not like you just like you check up on it like once a day. No, you have to be really on top of it. Like most people have like servant. They actually have to pay people to stay there 8 hours a day, making sure that everything's running properly. Because if you're offline for a couple hours, you pretty much didn't make profit that day.
Okay. Wow, so you got to be hands on.
It's really a job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Bowtie Chimp, $10. Have you heard of Stacks STX making Bitcoin programmable, bringing DeFi and NFTs to BTC? The Stacks ecosystem also is launching City Coin starting with Miami, which you can stake to earn BTC/STX.
Sounds like an advertisement right there.
Yeah. So they're going to skip that one, right?
I mean, yeah, I've heard of it before, but I haven't looked that deeply into it. So it'd be something that we could take a look into maybe a little bit later.
Yeah. I'll tell you guys this, man. There ain't nobody, but these guys have made more millionaires than anybody I fucking know. Like I put all my trust in these guys. And there's a bunch of people in the chat that got it on the last one, and they're talking about how much money.
Even before we even started, people were saying I became a millionaire from listening to Charlie and Miguel.
So Jonathan Gale, $20. What are your thoughts on Cardano overtaking Ethereum? This is a good question.
So during the tail end of this bull market, what ends up happening is the last about say month or two, fireworks happen. So you could actually have Cardano pass Ethereum for a day or two, but then it won't sustain it. It probably will happen for a little bit. So during the last kind of pumps, what ends up happening is that right before these coins top out, they do something like a giant wick, like the prices will just go boom and like go up 2 to 3x in a day within like 4 or 5 hours, and then just crash right after. So during those huge run-ups, you'll literally have you'll have Cardano pass Ethereum. You literally will. That will happen, but it won't sustain for very long. But same thing with Ethereum. You'll see Ethereum is going to pass Bitcoin up this cycle.
Okay. You guys really
you'll hold it for a day, but it's not gonna permanently pass Bitcoin. But it's gonna shock a lot of people when they see Ethereum as number one for a little bit.
You guys,
one of the maxis.
Last time we spoke, we estimated that Ethereum would hit 10K by the end of this year. You guys think Ethereum is gonna overtake BTC?
For a brief period of time.
Yeah.
So, and this is not by price in terms of dollar values. This is by market capitalization. So market cap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for me, I'm thinking Bitcoin at the end of the year, about $110,000 to $125,000 is relatively reasonable. For Ethereum, about 11,500, maybe on the low end, 9,000. So yeah,
hold on to mine, bro.
Yeah.
Oh Lord,
yeah, man.
And that's just those are the easy gains in crypto, right?
Yeah,
like
easy money.
Bitcoin is considered boomer money in crypto, kind of to some extent, right? If you're looking at that from like it's the thing that, it's been around a while, it has a network effect, people are making money on it, sure. But right now where we are in this bull market, like the very early stage of the bull market, 2019, Bitcoin was the thing to be, getting, right? And then as you go through a bull market, right, the confidence gets high in the market in general. And so more people get comfortable with the newer projects that are coming out, start betting on those. And so the money moves from Bitcoin to these other places, but Bitcoin keeps growing. And so the price for everything goes up and everything keeps doing well. And then Ethereum, once that starts taking over a bit, then the altcoins do really, really well. And this brings us towards the end of the bull market. So if we have about 1 year left in the bull market, Ethereum is a safe play. Bitcoin, probably you don't need to consider buying at this point, unless you're like, a multi-millionaire or a billionaire who's looking to put in like a lot of money, because that's just like the thing with the most liquidity. But for most people, right, they're going to actually want to get maybe 30 or 40% of their portfolio in Ethereum. If they're conservative, maybe 60%.
Okay.
But roughly speaking, they probably want the majority of their cash in the other cryptocurrencies. But what we talk about in the course is these things called like blue chip cryptocurrencies, which are Bitcoin and Ethereum. And then we call these light blue chip cryptocurrencies, which are the ones that we mentioned at the beginning of the show, the 4 or 5 that we like. These cryptocurrencies, although they are more quote unquote risky, because they are projects which are newer and are currently building in the space, right? This is like the early internet, where things are growing really fast, but you want to be betting on the Googles, the Yahoos, the Amazons before, right, they take off. So that way you can have the most gains. But then also you have to understand some of these projects will die. So you have to be able to filter out what's the difference between a good cryptocurrency, an okay cryptocurrency, and something that's just not going to do well. And so there's over 11,000 cryptocurrencies in the course. We talk about maybe about 40 of them, which have a very good chance of outpacing Bitcoin and Ethereum in this bull market. And then we also talk about group of like 5, 6, 7 coins that we highly recommend because we consider them quote unquote light blue chip.
Okay.
All right.
Oh man. Okay. So next question here is from Zuko, dude. Can I store Hex on my Exodus wallet? Also, should I worry about crypto being around for the next few years?
No, I'd rather if you're going to store your Hex, it's probably better to put it on MetaMask. That's actually the mobile wallet for Ethereum is MetaMask. It's a very, very safe wallet. People have tried to hack it. There's so much money on MetaMask, and people haven't been able to steal nothing from it because it's rock solid tech. So definitely, if you're gonna be using something on your computer, I would highly recommend MetaMask being your kind of your mobile hot wallet, basically.
Okay. Next question here is from Ncube. What platform do you use to buy your coins?
Anywhere you can get them.
There's kind of a lot of platforms. This is kind of like a moat. Warren Buffett kind of talks about moats in financial markets where people have a hard time kind of getting into certain areas. And the moat for crypto is it really depends. What are you trying to do, right? If you're trying to get your dollars or your yen or your whatever currency you're working with into the market, then right, like a Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini, Cash App, these types of things are what you're going to use. If you're already in the crypto market and you're trying to get other coins like Hex or Serum, Radium, these types of things, you have to use specific decentralized exchanges. So we cover that in the course, and it is kind of a little bit of something that people have to kind of get used to. But this is why we have the opportunity we have in crypto, because most people don't want to do that one extra step, right? But that's where you can make a lot of money.
Okay, next question here, pretty good one. Random product reviews. Can you guys give advice on how to buy crypto with credit? You guys go over that in the course, right?
Buy crypto with what?
Buy crypto with credit.
Oh, right.
Buy credit cards or something.
Like a credit card. Yeah, I mean, you can. Yeah, we talk about that. We don't necessarily recommend to go in debt to buy cryptocurrency. You'd probably want to buy it with cash that you have.
Yeah, okay. Unless it's like you only want to borrow on. So why the yields are so crazy in cryptocurrency and why there is so much money to be made is because everything even though this is kind of counterintuitive, like crypto is a non-indebted system. Even though I can borrow on my assets, I'm borrowing with my own money. So it's like if I borrow $100,000, it's because I'm borrowing because I put $400,000 in equity inside of apps to borrow money on. So the whole system's not very levered out. And then even when people take longs and shorts, when they lose their money betting and just gambling, that's it. There's no debt that hits them. There's no overhanging debt. We're in the equities world, in the real world, if you lose in equities, you could get your house taken away from you. You can lose land. You can go to jail. I mean, just run through the court system with like debt. Or in crypto, you lose your money. That's it. You just go to zero. But there's a level below zero. It's called hell, and that's called the equities market. You can lose way more than you think you can lose. It's pretty bad. That's why that system. It's because it's not embedded and it doesn't have that debt system. So even like, I mean, I would hate this to happen. But let's just say I lost all my money. I wouldn't owe debt to anybody. I would just have to start over again and just build my way back up. Where in equities, you can land yourself in jail.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, for sure. Next question here. What are your thoughts on China banning the mining of Bitcoin? And do you think that will in turn be a ban on the consumer there in China acquiring Bitcoin?
So with China, what they're doing right now is they're trying to control their currency within their borders quite strictly. So they're creating what we call a central bank digital currency. Where it's basically a digital currency that represents the RMB, and so they don't want Chinese yuan to leave the country, right? And so Bitcoin was actually a way that a lot of people were able to make their money go into other markets, basically, and China didn't like that. So by shutting down the miners, all they're really doing is giving more opportunity to other countries to take a big a market share of the cryptocurrency industry, and so they're basically helping to continue to decentralize cryptocurrency all over the world.
Wow.
Which is a good thing for this market overall.
Cool.
Okay. All right. So next question here. And guys, from this point forward, I'm going to read the higher ones just because there's a lot of questions here. So and then obviously we'll work it back as much as we can. So I got a $20 here from Jeremy Fielder. What are your thoughts on GRT, the Google of crypto, the Graph, and Internet Computer ICP, the most ambitious project threatening Amazon, AWS, and all of cloud computing? It edged 100 billion market cap earlier this year.
I see total trash, total fucking scam trash. You know what? So that was a whole. I'm gonna go a little rant on this, man. Like, all right, so that was just a giant VC. Like, so what they did, they're building something real, but that thing really won't be up and running until next cycle, if it even does anything. To what they did, there's a VC funds called Andreessen Horowitz. What they did is, they invested a couple $10-15 million into it and then pulled out $3.2 billion on it. So when that went live on Coinbase, it started at a really high price and it just took the fattest dump down ever. And then these funds started, literally what they did is they took the public's money, and then from there they announced, like, hey, you guys, we just got $3.2 billion. We're making a new crypto fund, you guys.
Okay.
So internet computers, just stay away from that thing. That thing is a scam, basically. I mean, you'll lose your money if you don't know what you're doing. With what was the other cryptocurrency you mentioned?
GRT.
GRT. All right, GRT is actually doing real stuff. So what they're doing is they're making it's almost like a code base sort of thing where like you can just, like, let's just say I want to make a blockchain. I just take this piece here. They just make plug and play pieces where you're able to build something. So let's just say you wanted to make FreshandFit coin, but you wanted it to do staking and you wanted it to do this and this. You just plug it in, put this in, templates, boom, and it's launched right away. That's coming out too, but that's more of a late next year sort of thing, where like they're still developing and making the code base, but that's an actual real project. And I do think that's more of a Google type sort of play, where like you actually will be able to plug and play. Most people were probably running their cryptocurrency using GRT code base somewhere in the background in the future.
Miguel, should we make a coin or should we make an NFT? What do you think?
It sounds good.
NFT is safer first.
NFT is a little safer, man.
A next question here. Darth James, $20. What do you think of Cardano and the smart contracts? There's been FUD this week in regards to the smart contract release of September 12th.
We hope it does well, right? We really, really hope that Cardano can launch smart contracts and that it can start building out its ecosystem, but only time will tell. It's impossible to know what's going to happen with it until it actually launches. Cardano's been a very long time waiting for the smart contracts. So let's see what happens. And if it launches and it's successful, and by the end of the year, we have a lot of projects doing smart contracts natively on Cardano, that would be fantastic.
Cool. All right, so let's hit some of these super chats here on the screen. And guys, we're gonna get as many of these as we can here. Obviously, Charlie and Miguel are very busy, so we'll try to get this stuff going. And by the way, if you guys haven't already, click the link below. Get in the course. These guys are the best in the game when it comes to cryptocurrencies. They've made multiple millionaires. Every guy that joined the course from our side, especially the 200 plus signups that came in and actually did the work, double their money to include me and Fresh. And I'm going to show you guys my portfolio here too at the end of the show.
I showed Tom Bombadil. He definitely was one of the guys that
became a millionaire. So, all right, cool. So let's hit Chris. Can we pull some of these up?
I posted on Telegram.
Are there any that we could pull here on the screen though?
Screen, yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's pull some of these up on screen. We got DSG here. What are your thoughts on World Mobile Token and meld on the Cardano ecosystem?
So, maybe go ahead, Miguel. We talked about Meld. So we've looked into Meld a little bit. There's an interesting project, right? So I think that's something that has potential to do well. We'll see. Really, it's impossible to say what these coins are going to do or these projects are going to do until we get the smart contracts launched, because there had been previous projects on Cardano that basically were running on an Ethereum blockchain, and then they said they were going to port over to Cardano later. So we want to see Cardano native applications being built. So hopefully these two succeed, but Cardano is just, we got to wait and see, in my opinion, for most of this stuff.
Okay. And guys, also just a quick little disclaimer here. This isn't financial advice. Obviously, you guys do what you want with the information, but we're trying to give you guys the most cutting edge stuff when it comes to cryptocurrency here, and you do with it as you may, but this is not financial advice.
Do what you want to do.
Steven Valdez, $20. I have $1,000 right now. If it was you, what crypto would you invest today if it were you?
Few opportunities there.
There's quite a few, yeah. I mean, I'd pretty much put half of it into DOT, half of it into Hex, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, very solid play. Another coin which basically recently just tried to break its all-time high. It's probably going to maybe drop down a bit here in the next couple of weeks. I think something to kind of pay attention to, just in terms of, is it one that's popping off right now? Could be FTT.
Okay. And remember, guys, this is the beauty of having these two guys on your side, because they can tell you what to do as of today, right now, especially when you're in their course. They'll tell you real-time information, because you guys best believe Miguel and Charlie are looking at the charts.
Yeah.
So they can tell you what to do if you don't have the time to look at the charts. You pay them and they save you time and headaches and losing money. It's the returns that you're going to make is worth it 100%.
There's so many coins for you to sit there and actually go through each process and why they're backing it, why they're doing the behind the scenes. They've already done it for you.
They've already done it for you, bro. It's the homework. You come into the call, you take out your notes. Hey, this is what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And then bang. And it's real time. Like Fresh said before, most people sell you guys courses and walk away. Okay, done. I don't got to do shit no more. But they're actually with you for 2 weeks, telling you real time what to do while looking at the markets and giving you guys advice or giving you guys tips on what to do. That they can't put on YouTube. There's a lot of stuff that they can't put on YouTube, guys.
Yep.
So Trey Miller, $20. What is your price prediction for either light short term and long term?
Buy Ethereum instead.
Okay, and then let me go back to the list here. So we got $20 from Malik Allen. Hey, I bought the last crypto course from the first promotion you guys did in June. I never received. I did grow my crypto from 8K to 20K. I still have the order number received from the first order. I still want to learn more. So
yeah, basically, Malik, you probably need to have checked your junk promotions or spam folder. Some of the emails that we did send out to invites to the Telegram to join the course basically got filtered out by different email services. So once basically the process as it goes, and Malik, send me an email at charlie@cultivatecrypto.com. Put your name as Malik from today's Fresh and Fit podcast, and we'll get you in on the current course since you weren't able to make the last one. So no problem there. We'll get you taken care of. But then, yeah, I mean, he paid for the course, right? And he maybe missed the email in his junk folder, and that's fair. Yeah, just have everybody, the process right now is if you go and you purchase the course from this link here, this is going to help support Fresh and Fit as well. And then when you press the link, you'll purchase the course. And then once you get the course, just wait, right? You'll have, within the first 24 hours, you get an email from my assistant, and that will basically give you an introduction into joining our Telegram chat, where then we start onboarding you into the course. And you should receive that within the first 24 hours. If you don't, again, check your spam, promotions, and junk folder, because it's usually in there if it's not in your inbox. And if you absolutely haven't got it within 24 hours, please email me back again at charlie@cultivatecrypto.com. I'll get my assistant on the case, It'll get you taken care of. We start the court, or we finish the enrollment process on Tuesday, September 7th at midnight Pacific Standard Time. We have a special case here for the Fresh and Fit crew and family here, but which maybe Myron will mention in a second here. But we have that space between when we end the enrollment for the course to when the course begins, so that we can get you guys onboarded smoothly, make sure everybody's kind of square, and then everybody's ready to join the webinars when we start on Sunday, September 12th.
You know what the scary part is? He's still 2x his money.
Yeah, when you buy Ethereum and you buy Bitcoin, you can listen to us for free on the internet, man.
Yeah,
like
and he doubled his money off of the free information that you guys put out. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he was in the Telegram chat and just didn't get the emails. Guys, you got to whitelist their email so that you make sure you get it, because these guys are sending out 2 emails per day, and your email service provider might say, oh, this is spam or whatever. So you got to make sure you whitelist it so you get those emails and you join those Zoom calls.
One thing I also tend to tell people are like, man, should I really jump in the course or not? It's like, of course, like this market moves extremely fast. So you want to get in while the getting's good. And Q4 is going to be so freaking awesome that, you don't want to miss it. At the same time, there's some people, right, who just, for whatever reason, they can't get in. Go over and watch, my YouTube channel, Cultivate Crypto. Go and watch Dollar Cost Crypto on YouTube as well. See what we've said. Like, go back to the videos we did 2 months ago, and then go look at the charts that we do in the show, and then go look at the prices now. Were we correct or were we wrong? And if we were correct, right, then you can have confidence to join the course. So I always tell people, do your own research, DYOR. Make sure that you vet us as well. And obviously, Fresh and Fit, Myron here has basically already vetted us over the last couple of years. So obviously we're a trusted source, but I like people to go out there and get independently verifiable information. We say don't trust, verify here in crypto, and that's something that's just part of self-responsibility and being reliant on yourself, which I think these days on the internet, people just basically say, oh, they said this, so I'm going to go do it. It's like, make sure that you think about this and you do it. So we're not just here to sell the course, but we're also here to make sure that you have a long-term success.
Yeah, and also, real quick, hold on, stop the show. There's someone in the chat like, oh, a scam, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, guys, let me tell you something. We've been giving a lot of free value here. And on top of that, I'm going to show you guys the receipts of what happens when you listen to Charlie's advice. I'm going to show you on my portfolio
on live
right
air?
now. Yes,
are you sure, bro?
Yes, I will. Man.
We'll do it live. Man, they're going to cut your pockets, man. Guys, this is live, man. This is live. Check it out. Oh, shoot.
Wait,
good.
90
Yo, I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to show you guys a purchase I made of Ethereum that Charlie personally told me to do when I was in California.
Guys,
hold on.
Go back to the last crypto stream that we did.
Look at 90K, right?
No, look at his portfolio back then compared to now. It is insane, man, the growth. So y'all talk about, oh, it's a scam. Oh, well, we'll take the scam then if that's the case.
Not really.
Yeah, well, Myron was asking, like, what's the simplest thing I could do? Just buy and hold as well, right?
Here we go.
Right?
Bam.
So I bought 10 Ethereum at Charlie's direction on June 22nd. And I bought it.
That's only 10.
At this price right here.
Sheesh.
Yep.
1,865, baby.
Wow.
Perfect price. Nice buy the dip there. I love it, Myron.
Yo, because funny, when we were in LA, right? You showed me your portfolio. I was like, bro, I'm buying right now. Like, it's kind of like you think about it. Good advice. Okay, cool. It sounds good. When you say it for yourself in real time, you know what?
Yeah,
I need to be a part of this. I got
absolutely, man. So
yeah, and I remember in 2019, Myron was saying to me, he was like, I was like explaining some, what was it? Plan B, stock to flow ratio. And Myron was just like, bro, like, I trust you, bro. It's just like, put me in whatever, is easiest to just buy and hold. I'm like, okay, Ethereum and Bitcoin then, and we'll probably talk to you about some other coins down the road here. Cause now that we're getting later into the bull market, right? We're basically going into what we call an altcoin season, where a lot of the coins that have the most explosive growth are basically the altcoins. So that's a massive gain in your portfolio on like the easiest to use assets in crypto. And so then taking the next step there, is something that we highly promote people to do if they want to put in, some extra work. We said, right, the last course from Q3 till now, 2x in your money, fantastic. 3x in your money to 4x in your money. If we were in Hex or Solana, for most people that took the course, those were the ones that did really well. I think Hex, when we started the Crypto Mindset Q3 course, was about 6.5 to 8.5 cents. It's currently 40 cents as of today. So that's about a 3.5x. And then Solana, when we started the course last time, was about $20 to $30, and it's currently $167 today. So yeah, basically a 4x plus on that one.
Fire.
Yeah, guys. So I mean, like, the proof, you can't lie with numbers, man. Like, literally, I remember I called Charlie that day. I said, "Hey, I'm gonna buy 10." He's like, "Yep, do it." And I bought it at around 1,800, and it's now worth what? As of right now,
2,000 plus.
Yeah, Ethereum right now, guys, is worth. I'll tell you right now, at the moment of this recording, $3,909. So, well over double. And just off of a small purchase like that, guys. So, get in the course. I mean, I don't even know. I'm not a crypto expert. I just buy and hold based off what Charlie tells me and Miguel. And you guys saw right there.
That's the best part, man. You're just buying and holding. You got other stuff to focus on, like the podcast, all that stuff.
Yeah,
that's smart.
So, and here's the thing, guys. Let me tell y'all something. For you guys out there that are like, well, I don't know about crypto. I'm a real estate investor. I'm a real estate investor. And I actively pursue real estate, but I buy cryptocurrency as well on the side with extra money that I may have or whatever it is. So you can do both, guys. Don't be like these guys,
hardcore
currency, this is BS. I'll put all my money into real estate. No, you need to put money in everything, guys. And, and just be intelligent about it. So that's what it comes down to. So, and get the experts, you hire the experts so they help you, because I'm not expert in crypto. I ask these guys.
And look, let's say you make extra money, right? Let's say you do overtime or something like that. You get like a big promotion, you get extra money. Hey, you're going to spend it anyway. Put some in crypto. That way it's going to grow for you automatically, and then put it elsewhere.
Not on girls.
Yeah. So another question here, guys. Because someone asked something about a DSG, I think Cardano. Let's see here. It was. Let me pull this question. I keep giving you guys this value. And then Charlie and them, they got to get going. Can you guys go for another 10, 15?
Yeah, we're good for another 10, 15. That'd be about right.
2 people just bought the course.
Hey, shout out to y'all, man, joining in, making the smart decision.
They're in the chat. They're in the chat right now.
Okay, let me see here. Okay, so DSG, $30.
Telegram.
What are your thoughts on the World Mobile Token and meld on the Cardano ecosystem?
We did that one just about 10 minutes ago, I think.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
Hollywood Superfly. Sorry, I misread that one. Fresh, do I have your permission to start Fresh's Feet coin and NFT? Charlie, what about $ Coti? That's the 10x since the top 20, except link boom already.
So here's the thing. We can talk about each coin down the list. There's 11,000 of these things, that exist, right? Cody did not make the top 40 list that we came up with for this course. I'll just say that. And then there are other cryptocurrencies out there which I think will outpace Bitcoin and Ethereum better. And then it's also a matter of which ones have the fundamentals. So it's both like the technicals, how much can it make based on the movement of the chart, and then also the fundamentals, how solid is it for the long-term play. And if we have any questions about a coin, we won't include it in the list. And then it also has to outpace Bitcoin and Ethereum, because we're here to try to make more Bitcoin and Ethereum to make the appreciating assets, and the dollars will come because of that.
And guys, I want to say this, man. Real talk. You guys see us live our life, right? And for example, we're here doing these investments, doing these different business moves for you guys to learn from. And when we give you guys a platform to come and share with other creators like this, it's kind of like we're saying to you, you know what? We did it. We're making money in progress. Here it is on a silver platter for you, right here in your face. You got a choice to make. Either take it or you don't. It's up to you, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, you spend money to not waste time, guys. And these guys have already done the studying, so you're not going to waste time.
Yeah.
Chris, can we pull up any more of these here that we might have?
We're good. We got everything.
Okay. So, all right, guys. So if you got questions, man, Charlie and Miguel are going to hang with us a little bit longer. This is your chance to ask these guys questions. I got here.
One extra thing just before you jump into that, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
One thing I wanted to mention was just, you're talking about those people in the real estate and other markets. That's great. Be in a traditional market. That's cool. You want some exposure, like you said, to other markets as well. One of the main reasons to have exposure to cryptocurrency as well is whether you like it or not. Cryptocurrency and digital currency will be used in your life within this decade. And that's probably one of the easiest statements I can make here. Probably by about the year 2025, most nations will have what we call a central bank digital currency. I think it was the spring of 2020, one of Japan's top economists said Japan does not need a central bank digital currency, does not need to change the yen into a digital currency. About 3 or 4 months later, he said, if Japan does not actually change the yen into a digital currency, they will lose sovereignty over their own currency. Basically, all countries in the world will need to have a central bank digital currency to stay relevant in the current financial world. This is the future of where finance is going, whether you like it or not. And it's one of these things that the banks already understand this, and they're already moving in this direction. We have JP Morgan, BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, Bank of New York Mellon, all these large banks that are, in control of a lot of the money around the world. They are starting to dip their toes in the cryptocurrency market. Yale and Harvard already have some of their endowment in cryptocurrency, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they started doing that in 2019. So the smartest people out there right now are understanding that they do need access to this market, because whether we like it or not, money is becoming digital, and in this case, blockchain based within this decade.
Guys, we are going into cashless society where basically there's gonna be no cash. And honestly speaking, digital currency is gonna be where it's at. So you're right, man. 100%.
So question here from Hollywood Superfly. He goes, honestly, the Chaz Wallin do not have an extra strategy. Can you two experts please explain to them exit strategies?
Yeah, sure. So there's two types of strategies. There's a short-term cash out strategy, which is something we call the rule of three. Which is when you get a return on a cryptocurrency somewhere, because this is the crazy thing about crypto, right? Most people, if you get a 20-30% increase in your portfolio on a coin, you're like, oh man, I killed it this year. Whoo, I did fantastic. A 2x is kind of like, a pretty boring year basically in crypto. So basically, if you get somewhere between a 3x to a 10x, right, that you at the very least at some point there, once you're above a 3x, take out your principal. So the original amount of money that you put into that cryptocurrency and essentially de-risk, and then as you have the prices increase on you, you do something that we call ladder out, where you start selling 5 to 10% on kind of new all-time highs. So something like a Solana, right? When Solana hit $100 for the first time, you may have decided, let me take my original principal out. So now what ends up happening is once you've de-risked your entire portfolio and all your coins, like you've taken all the cash you originally invested in, it's all casino chips at that point. So there's no way to take an L anymore, basically. Then from there, what you do is over time, you either take out 5% over a certain period of time every week, or you take out a larger chunk on like kind of all-time highs, basically. But we go over this over the course and stuff. It's kind of bespoke, kind of tailored to everybody, because some people might have a smaller amount. Some guys have a huge portfolio where, me and Charlie have worked with guys that, that have like, almost 9 figures in crypto. And they're the sort of people where they're like half their portfolio is not getting out of crypto ever.
Okay.
They're not selling at all. Where they only need to sell like 10, 20 million just for, Lambos, I guess.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. We had another super chat come in for a pretty good question. Chris, can you pull it up real quick? It was a $20 one. Hollywood Superfly. Charlie, are you trading pairs? To BTC, ETH, or USD?
Yeah, I hear a little echo right now, just FYI.
Well.
But I heard the question. So yeah, we do trade crypto to crypto pairs as well. So I think a couple pairs that are good to trade basically are Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's obviously one of the main pairs. If you are a person who's doing swing trading, we highly discourage day trading. Basically, day trading, you're going to get wrecked and chop yourself up. So if you're every once in a while, maybe once a year or every once in a while when the market has that opportunity, trade between Bitcoin and Ethereum. We talk about that in the course. There's also a good move between DOT and Kusama that we talk about in detail in the course. There's other pairs you can do too, but I would say those ones are ones that you can do relatively easily that we discuss.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's solid, man. And guys, just so you know, not financial advice, you know what I'm saying? But the course is definitely going to help you guys with cryptocurrency, understanding it, et cetera, because this is still something that's relatively new. Yep. And just like you guys were saying, the old world of finances is starting to just catch on, the Yale and the Harvards and everybody else. So yeah, we just got a big super chat here from our boy LT. Shout out to you, man. Any opinion on Appen FT? Also, what's the deadline for Course? Big up the whole team. I'll answer the second part real fast, and I'll turn it over to the experts. Guys, Charlie and Miguel are going to do us a solid. The course is going to be open only through us until Wednesday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. However, guys, get in now so that you don't miss out, because they're going to start running the Zoom calls on the 12th, and and you guys want to make sure that you secure a spot, because the thing is, guys, is that they're a lot of people are signing up, and you want to make sure you can get in so that you can actually get into these Zoom calls and secure your spot.
And also, don't forget this. You want to be added to their private Telegram chat.
Yes,
that's the
big
update
one.
there, all that stuff. So get into the chat as well. So get in early.
They're gonna do us a solid and give an extra 24 hours only for us. But guys, don't just take action and make it happen, guys. If you're gonna do it, just do it.
Real talk. We've already made it to a point where we're good on money. We're helping you guys. You know what? You want to make money for yourself and your family? Here's some secrets down the road. Miguel and Charlie are experts here. All their advice.
I'm showing y'all my portfolio.
Yeah,
like,
on live.
Who's doing that?
I ain't doing it. You can do it though.
Yeah,
I ain't doing
I'm
it.
showing it to you guys that we're not capping over here. Like,
and
last time we did it, I was at around 90,000.
Yeah,
I doubled it just in that time, guys.
People in the chat saw it.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. I literally showed my portfolio on the last one. So, sorry. So we'll take it away with that question, Chris. Can we pull it back up?
What is APN NFT or a
Can you put it on screen, Chris, please?
Ape NFT.
It's basically a sort of like a Sotheby's essentially. So you buy and sell art there. That's what it is. So they're pretty. It's a pretty new project. You know, they do have some major paints. You know, they got Warhols and they got Beeple, which is kind of like the most famous person in the NFT space is Beeple. He sold I think he sold one of his NFTs for $81 million.
What?
Yeah.
And just real quick for the people, can you tell them what an NFT is? Because I'm sure some people here might not know what an NFT is.
Yeah, non-fungible asset or token, basically. So it can be a picture, it can be a deed to real estate, it could actually be song rights. So like literally your masters or royalties.
Tory Lanez, he did like a drop $1 for an NFT, $1 million that dropped for his one of his albums.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yo.
Yeah, so you could sell all kinds of things. Like you can even set stuff up where like you have a concert or you have like a huge venue show and you'd be like, hey, buy my NFT. They can buy the NFT right on this website, and then all you gotta do is on your phone show it, and then boom, they get into the concert. And then they keep the NFT as like a picture, basically. It's like, oh, look at this. I remember when I went to the Fresh and Fit show. That was sick.
The NBA is doing that a lot.
NFT, man. People have been asking for it. So, hey, man.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. We'll help you guys out and stuff. But that's what's going on. The NFT space is really popping right now.
I know Logan Paul did it as well.
We got Desh 2012 here, $20. If sign up is there a particular exchange I need to sign up for?
We help you that once you get into the Telegram chat for the course, we give you a whole list of based on where you are located in the world, what exchanges might work best for you. So we'll get you sorted once you get into the course.
Yeah. And it changes, guys, depending on where you are in the world. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? There's certain exchanges that aren't available to Americans that are, available to other guys. So they help you with that. Because remember, the Fresh Fit fam is international, guys. And these guys are, hell, Charlie's in Tokyo and Miguel's here in the United States. So, and they have people all over the world coming into these Zoom calls. So they'll be able to educate you based on your geographic location. And then anything else here, Chris? Or?
No, we're good.
All right. So Charlie, Miguel, what are you guys' final thoughts as far as like, on crypto, the course, anything else you want to let the people know where they can find you?
Their channels, Chris, as well?
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Cool.
Oh, thank you.
Go ahead,
there's a thing in the crypto markets here when you basically this cycle we call it aping in. We just throw all of our money into the market right here, and we just be like, let's try to make as much money as we can. And so within the market of September, right, there's a lot of people who are just like, I just want to put a bunch of money in the market. And what do you think about that? Now, for some people, that might not be the most like advisable strategy. But the strategy that we recommend for that is over the next probably 1 month, basically until about September 7th. You do want to just basically jump into the market, dollar cost average, what you're going to put into the market between now and the early part of October. And if you do that, then we strongly believe that from October, probably about mid-October to the end of the year, right, Bitcoin's going to go to about $110,000, Ethereum to about $11,000. And you're going to do really, really well with just those assets, but then you're also going to do extremely well with other assets as well. You can see there, we did an interview recently with Robert Kiyosaki. There's his Educate Yourself with Robert Kiyosaki. He actually was asking us a lot of questions about, cryptocurrency, where it's going and stuff like this. So no matter what your age is, where you're from, who you are, it doesn't matter. This is a market for everybody. And everybody can always learn something. So we'll do our best to help you out.
Kiyosaki, man.
Yeah, shout out to Rollo Tomasi in the chat. Hey, Chris, like the video so we don't ninja watch them as well. Yeah.
But there's
what about you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh no,
What about you, Miguel?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you know, where can the people find you? Any last thoughts on the course? I mean, you guys, you got to get in the goddamn course, man. I would not be pushing it this hard. Y'all saw my portfolio last time we did this thing. It was around 90K. Now it's at 160 some. Like, guys,
Yo, you want to be high value? You need your money on point, man.
Yeah, man.
100%.
So go ahead, Miguel. Sorry.
No problem. Yeah, so you can follow me at Dollar Cost Crypto, as well as Dollar Cost Crypto on Twitter. Main places I kind of lurk and chill out, where all the Pepes hang out. We're actually going to do a little after-hour show and stuff, inspired by Fresh and Fit. So yeah, we'll be there.
Hey.
Yeah. Shout out to you guys. Yeah, definitely, you guys are killing it with those, man. Those after-hour shows are insane.
Speaking of that, I got one tonight.
We got another one tonight for
some
you guys.
big guests coming on too, man.
Yeah.
Pretty
So, but no, man, guys. I mean, Miguel, where can they find you guys on Instagram or any other social media? You guys are both on YouTube, so you got Dollar Cost Crypto for YouTube, and then also Cultivate Crypto for Charlie. Where else are you guys on? So, Instagram or?
For me, I'm Cultivate Crypto absolutely everywhere. So if you go on Instagram, Twitter, wherever, just follow me at Cultivate Crypto.
Real quick, can they buy the
Yeah,
course
same
with crypto?
Yes.
Hey, Miguel.
So if they buy the course with crypto, they will get a 10% discount. So actually it's $807.30. So just email me at charlie@cultivatecrypto, and in the subject, say that you want to buy with Bitcoin or Ethereum. And then also mention that you came from Fresh and Fit, because I want to make sure to attribute that to Fresh and Fit, so that we make sure that everybody basically gets accounted for.
Thank you, guys. And guys, every one of you that buys the course through us, you guys support us, as you guys know. I upgrade everything. We just got the new mics here. I got the Newman over here. He has the Newman as well. And, all that money goes right back to investing in. So you guys can look at Trey's ugly face. You can look at Chris, Cookout Cam, and everything else that we got going on, guys. So, that money goes right back into the podcast to give you guys better quality show, because we are the #1 male and self-improvement podcast
in the world.
You guys with money, girls, fitness, everything on this channel, man.
Yep.
And we brought 2 experts in cryptocurrency at much request. I see here we got a question here. Let's see if we can knock this one out real
That
fast.
wasn't really a question, but
Once you become
a Dejin in crypto, you'll realize another level of interest of 30% plus APY. 8% is peasant APY in crypto. Facts. I mean, that's crazy, bro.
Powerful.
So, guys, anything else before? Any last words you guys want to give the people?
Buy crypto, man. Get into Bitcoin, get into Ethereum, start looking at the other stuff in the market, and prepare for the rocket journey between now and the end of the year. That's what I gotta say. How about you, Miguel?
Man, may your only pain be champagne.
There you go, man. You guys heard it from them, man. And they're on point. Their predictions are true, man. Like, BTC is going to keep going up. It's around 125, and Ethereum's going to hit around 11K. You guys think by the end of this year?
Yep.
There
Now
you
look,
go.
Charlie and Miguel are humble, man. But I think of us people that have made it, and they're millionaires already, man. So whatever they say, I'm listening to, bro.
Yeah, man.
Whatever they
So-
say.
a milli.
Yeah. So guys, listen to the experts. We talk to these guys. I literally showed you guys a transaction I did at Charlie's direction. So get in the goddamn course. Click the link below. Get in there, support us, support them, and get your goddamn money up, guys. We'll be
Facts.
back in about 2 hours or so with a late night show.
Yep.
And Charlie, Miguel, thank you guys so much for
For real,
coming
guys.
on the
Thank you,
podcast.
guys.
Likewise, guys. Thank you very much.
No problem, man.
All right,
Peace, guys.
Until next time.